In 1932, in South Africa, Frans Albertus Maritz was born. His life would grow into a balance of opposites: discipline and gentleness, duty and beauty, the pursuit of criminals in darkened alleys, and the quiet tending of a garden at home. From childhood, Frans revealed a sharp mind and a natural curiosity. These traits, refined over time, steered him into the police force. There in the Cape Town Peninsula, he became a detective, a role that would define him. Known for persistence, an eye that caught what others missed, and an instinct that often illuminated the truth when reason alone seemed to fail, Frans earned a reputation as one of the best. He was especially drawn to cold cases, crimes long thought unsolvable, and because of his dogged persistence and unassuming manner, he became affectionately known as Columbo, after the famous television detective. In 1970, tragedy struck the community of Goodwood. 13-year-old Lynette Van Zyl was strangled by a 15-year-old boy and hidden inside her own home. The crime shocked the neighborhood. Frans, then a detective, helped bring the truth to light, giving closure to a grieving family and restoring a measure of peace to the shaken community. 2 years later, in 1972, another crime would test him: the brutal murder of 14-year-old Sharon Ashford, stabbed to death in her mother's home. The investigation went cold. Time passed, and Frans retired. Yet the case gnawed at him. After 4 years in retirement, he asked to return to service. Revisiting the crime scene, Frans's instincts came alive once more. On a nearby balcony sat a man, legs crossed on the railing. Frans struck up a conversation and noticed the faint scent of apple shampoo in the man's hair. That detail connected instantly with a piece of evidence: a balaclava found at the scene of Sharon's murder, carrying the very same smell. Under questioning, the man confessed. He admitted he had killed Sharon for fun. Other investigations reinforced Frans's reputation. In Benjamin Bennett's The Noose Titans, True Crimes in South Africa, one of his cases appears under the title The Murder in Kensington Crescent. A young woman was murdered, her home ransacked, and her possessions stolen. Among the missing items was a radio. Frans's methodical work led him to a pawn shop in Kensington. The cooperative shopkeeper provided details of the man who had sold the items, which ultimately led to the killer's arrest. When the belongings were returned, the grieving mother offered the radio to Frans in gratitude. He kept it proudly among his achievements, not as a trophy, but as a reminder of the lives touched by his persistence. Frans was also a Freemason. In apartheid-era South Africa, Freemasonry was steeped in secrecy, ritual, and influence. For Frans, it represented fraternity, loyalty, and duty, values that mirrored the discipline he carried both in uniform and at home. Though his career often consumed him, Frans was also a husband and father. He married Joey, a stylish woman remembered for her elegance, her handbags, shoes, and lipsticks. Frans himself was a handsome man, and together they made a striking couple. They raised 5 children in their Kuilsriver home, a house set far back from the street, surrounded by a sprawling garden that became Frans's sanctuary. The garden was no ordinary patch of earth. Winding paths carried visitors past beds of flowers and statues that stood like quiet guardians. A small bridge arched over a pond where ducks swam, and later, when the pond was transformed, an aviary filled the air with bird song. Neighbors admired the Maritz garden. Strangers slowed down just to glimpse it. On the stoep stood a couch engraved with a simple message: "This is my chair, thank you." It belonged to Frans alone, and no one dared sit there. In retirement, when his detective years were behind him, Frans was often seen walking through Kuilsriver with his little poodle. The man, once nicknamed Columbo for his tireless pursuit of cold cases, had exchanged interrogation rooms for flower beds and crime scenes for quiet streets. Frans Albertus Maritz lived a life forged in discipline, softened by beauty, and defined by loyalty. His story cannot be told without Joey, nor without the children who carried his legacy forward. some in triumph, others in tragedy. His life remains a testament to the balance of shadow and light, of duty and love.